Hi everybody, it's Ms Lashin here. Welcome back to this week's Virtual Athenaeum. Today I'm going to be doing a really fun art activity with everyone, inspired by a Spanish artist named Joan Miro. So some supplies you'll be needing for this activity are a white piece of paper, a black marker or pen, and crayons or colored pencils. So get those ready. So before we get started on this art activity, I have some questions to ask you guys. What are some things that make you feel happy? I can tell you some things that make me feel happy are being artistic and painting, which is why my arms and hands have been covered in paint recently. I've been doing a lot of painting while I've been at home. And another thing that makes me happy is cooking. I love cooking. I love cooking for my family and my friends and trying new recipes since I've been at home for so long. And the second part of this question is are there things that make you happy that some people may not understand? Like maybe you may like a book or a song that some people don't. So today I'm going to tell you about this artist named Joan Miro, who experienced a little bit something like this. Joan Miro was born in Spain and he loved to make art. It made him happy, however, his parents weren't really happy with this and they didn't want him to become an artist. Why do you think they weren't supportive? Let's stop and think about that question. Joan Miro's parents told their son that many people can't make a career from art, and it's hard to make money from it. His father knew what it was like to work as a craftsman because he was a watchmaker and a goldsmith, and this life was really not easy for him. He wanted a very better life for his son. So as Juan grew up, he decided to listen to his parents and he went to school for business. However, he also studied art because it's really what made him happy. Joan Miro went to work in an office job, but this was not the kind of work that he liked. He eventually got very sick and had to stop working in the office, but as he recovered, he kept working on his art. And when he finally became better, he decided to pursue the very thing that made him happy, and that was art. Have you ever heard of the term Surrealism? This was an art movement that Mr. Miro became very famous for. It was a movement that focused on art that represented dreams and unconscious thinking. How would painting a dream be different than painting something that's realistic? Imagine that. Let's stop and think about it. People really liked Joan Miro's art because it reminded them of art that was made by a child. It was whimsical, it was fun, and it was a little bit silly. So we're going to take a second and we're going to look at some of his paintings. So first I'm going to show you painting number 1. And I want you to find the dog, the figures, and the sun. And when you're done, you can move on to the next picture. Up next is picture number 2. And I want you to find the woman, the bird, and the star. And once you find those, you can go to the last picture. Last picture is called the garden. And I want you to find what creatures and images you can find in this garden. And maybe when you find them, you can show your parents just to impress them. Now we're about to do it all by ourselves. This is the fun part of the activity. Are you ready? Set, go. Okay, so here is step 1. You're going to take a piece of paper and use a black marker or crayon to make a shape, such as a heart, diamond, circle, square, or even an organic shape, which is just a shape that you make up, just like I did right there. Right, now here's step 2. You can make a face into the shape, and you're going to draw 2 dots for eyes and a lined mouth. Mr. Miro used simple lines to create his image, just like I did here. Now we are on to step 3, where we're going to draw lines on the paper to section out our work, just like I did here. And remember, these lines don't have to be even, and you can do 2 to 3 lines like I did. So I have one here that's going all the way up, one here that's going straight across, and then another one here that's kind of squiggly that's going the other way across. Now step number 4, you're going to add any other simple lines and shapes you want to the picture. On this one, I added arms and legs to my shape. You can do triangles or a sun or basically anything you'd like. So I have my little guy right there and he's got little arms and legs. Okay, now step number 5, which is probably the most fun part, you're going to color each section a different color, just like I did here. I did blue, red, and yellow, and I'm going to go ahead and add some more. All right, friends, so here is my final picture. I hope everybody likes it, and I'd love to see if you guys do this at home. and how yours turn out. Thanks so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye-bye.